try so I don't do distractions. I'm coming back in.
Man, oh man. NBA season right around the corner. We got a lot of sports coming up, man. Football and basketball coming up soon. Man, it's going to be a good few months. But we was scrolling through. I was like, yo, Lou, what do we got to react to? What can we do? They was like, we found this. NBA Today breaks down the Eastern Conference predictions. This is going to be tough. This is going to be tough, man. I got, as a Heat fan, I want to see where they rank us and if they continue to disrespect us. That's what I'm trying to see. So, and I know J. Lou got, a couple things to say as well. Kevin Durant. We're going to see. But, hey, man, let's go ahead dive right in. Wait. Yo, what it do? It's your boys, Juice and Lou. We back here with another banger, man. And now let's get into it.
Their season projections from Vegas at Caesars Sportsbook. Now it's time to look at the playoffs as ESPN's summer forecast continues. This just dropped this morning on ESPN.com. Our panel of ESPN insiders voted. I hope you all vote.
I did.
Yeah, I did. I was off. Including the folks at this table. Starting in the East, our panel has the Celtics and the Milwaukee Bucks with the most votes to win the conference. Then a wide gap before
Cleveland and the Raptors were tied for fifth.
Makes sense. Cavs were, what, fourth seed, and then
win
Jared
the
Allen got
East.
hurt? Bro.
I mean, then again, there is nobody else. Yeah, there wouldn't be nobody else, so I guess that's valid.
Philly and Miami. So it's time for a little reporters roundtable. No surprise in the top two. But Jamal, do the Bucks see themselves as the favorites?
Just look at the way they operated this offseason.
We're definitely over Philly, though. But that's just me.
Run it back. They re-signed everybody, bringing back Bobby Portis, repaying Pat Connaughton. They felt like last year, if Chris Middleton doesn't slip in that Bulls series, they were going to repeat. And I think that opposed to Boston, who adds Malcolm Brogdon and adds Gallinari, and I think that they're going to have just a...
Huh? You said they were going to repeat.
I think Bucks beat Warriors.
Bucks beat the Warriors?
Yeah. I think so. I think Drew can do what he got to do. Better than freaking Marcus Smart.
I ain't gonna lie, though. They did play the Warriors in one. That would boost Giannis' legacy a little bit.
Yeah, you probably would have.
Even though people probably pull the narrative and be like, Curry had no help.
Nah,
Curry had no help.
Draymond would have been getting fried just as much because Clay
Well,
was
but
playing
Kevon
bad.
Looney played really good in the playoffs.
Kevon Looney played well. He did. But
He averaged like 11 in the finals,
he
11
stopping
rebounds.
Giannis? First
He's
off, Brook
stopping
Lopez
Giannis,
going to keep
bro.
him out the paint. Let's just get that out the way.
Bro, Brook Lopez, bro.
I don't expect much from him, but the fact,
Brook
the
Lopez,
simple
bro.
fact that he has a
Can
three
hit a
ball,
three,
that he can hit a three, can pull him out the paint a little bit.
Still pinching when
And
Giannis drops.
Draymond is too little, bro. Draymond
Bro,
offensively,
a lot of people were too little.
Draymond offensively was playing
When people were
bad.
not too little was probably
Clay was playing bad.
Yeah, that's why I said.
So
They would pull the Curry had no help narrative.
I mean,
different dimension to their team. But Milwaukee looked at it and they say they got the best player and everything fits so well around Giannis that they want to give it another shot at it. And I'm curious to see how they do here now, 8 months from now, to see if that's...
I'm curious how they treat the regular season.
Yeah.
Because last year they came off the title and treated the regular season as more of a warm-up. Like, get into shape by the time the playoffs come around, but they didn't push as hard as they had in previous times.
They had a lot of injuries last year, too. Remember, Middleton goes out.
Yep.
Drew Holiday was out for time. Brook Lopez misses almost the entire season. And I think that's still how they want to manage this. They got a lot of older players. Counting on Wes Matthews, going to be 36 before the start of the season. Brook, like I said, is 35 and coming off of back surgery. So they're going to try to get these guys to the end of the season. That's the most important for them. Because, again, if they got everybody on the court, they feel good about their
Well, look, to Jamal's point, they had a ton of injuries last year, but they went into that series thinking they had the chance to win the championship. They almost won it without Chris Middleton. And when you look at what they did this summer, you mentioned they mostly stand pat. The one thing they did do is add shooting. They get Joe Ingles, a guy that they think can come out there and hit shots for them in that Game 7 in Boston when they missed a million threes and lost that game. But look, they have the best player in the universe. I think if I'm a Bucks fan, I'm feeling pretty good about their chances, even though I do think a potential series with the Celtics, with a retooled bench, as you mentioned with Malcolm Brogdon, Noah Gallinari, that'd be a hell of a series.
Well, and I think especially with the two players that you just mentioned, Chris Middleton.
Realize, they don't got the Bulls.
That's what it was.
Yo, that's kind of
That's
crazy,
what it
bro.
was.
I ain't about to lie.
Cleveland and Raptors over the Bulls, over the Nets, if KD stays, if KD and Kyrie stay. But
That's a little crazy. Didn't the
Bulls were the first seed for a hot minute.
Or the Hawks. The Hawks just got DJ.
I'm not worried about the Hawks. I'm sorry.
That's a good player, though.
I'm sorry. The Hawks will
Murray.
probably maybe win
They're making
5
playoffs,
more games.
healthy. They're not a playing team. With DeJounte
That wouldn't make
Murray.
them a playing team.
They were a playing team.
That wouldn't make. What was their record? They were like just above 40 wins.
I think they were like the 9th or 10th seed, but they got in because Cleveland was hurt. They bounced Cleveland out. They didn't have Jared Allen.
They don't beat Cleveland. Jared Allen stays
Oh
healthy.
yeah,
in
for
that
sure.
game.
Bro,
But-
they were like 4th seed with Jared Allen playing.
But it's the fact that what is DeJounte Murray going to bring to that team to make them just
Defense,
better?
perimeter defense. They had no defense at guards.
All it takes is Trae Young to get locked up again.
DeJounte Murray can score.
He can score, but it's just like
And John
you
Collins
think-
was hurt most of the year.
you think they're going. The Hawks are just going to take that next step with adding DeJounte Murray?
Bro, I'm just saying they're not a playing team no more.
They're not a playing team no more. They're a 6 seed at best. They're a 6 seed at best, maybe
That's
7.
what I was just saying, bro. That's all. I'm not saying.
And
they're
Joe Ingles,
favorites over
we're not going to
Bucks,
see
though.
them likely when we get going here in mid-October here because they're both coming off injuries here. So this is going to be a team that's built for mid-April, probably less during the regular season. I think that it will be interesting how much of a workload that Giannis is going to have to carry because this roster is older when you look at Wes Matthews, Serge Ibaka, Brook Lopez, some of the players that they brought back.
So there's a pretty wide gap between the first two, Boston and Milwaukee. Then you have Philly and Miami, but Philly's ahead of Miami? Look, I was still here. I was still working during that series. Pretty sure the Heat won it. Like, what's happened here? Why is Philly ahead?
Well, I mean, if you go back to that series, Joel Embiid's face was broken. His thumb was broken. James Harden was not himself, and P.J. Tucker was on the Heat. So you put all that together, I think the Philadelphia 76ers had a really good offseason. You know, we'll see if P.J. Tucker can still have the same.
Why do we keep? It's been 2 years. Why do we keep holding
It's
James
been
Harden
like
to
1
this?
year.
Why do we keep holding James Harden to this? He's not
Injury
himself.
on the Nets. I think the injury on the Nets was still lingering to the Sixers.
Okay, not 2 years, but it's been a year.
Okay.
So, Embiid, I
That's where
guess
also
you can
first
say
seed
that.
Harden.
You can say Embiid was hurt. James Harden wasn't himself. We didn't have Kyle Lowry. Lowry.
Lowry, bro.
Why do people just like to forget that?
Did you just compare Kyle Lowry to Harden and Embiid?
Harden wasn't hurt. Harden was very well playing those games.
Okay,
We're
so
talking about
Embiid-
injuries. Embiid was gone. Kyle Lowry was
Are you
gone.
trying to cancel out Lowry for Embiid right now?
Because we don't have a playmaker.
Do you not see what happened when Embiid played Game 3? Y'all was scared. Y'all was scared to go in the paint. That's why y'all was bricking so many
Now
threes.
listen.
His fear factor was like really high against y'all. I'm not gonna lie.
His presence in the paint was felt.
Y'all
Yes.
scared of Joel Embiid, bro.
But the threes we were
One
wide open
person who's not
threes.
is Jimmy. But
Were
he's not
wide
scoring.
open threes. We were just missing. I promise you, we were just missing threes.
Yeah, because y'all didn't want to go in the paint.
They were wide open. They were wide open. My thing is, PJ Tucker, yeah, okay, we lost PJ.
Big loss for every team.
Really big loss. But why do we keep saying, why do we not bring up Kyle Lowry being hurt when that's our playmaker? That's our playmaker.
Kyle Lowry.
That's our floor general. That's our guy. Like, without him, the offense was sloppy. It was just ISO with Tyler Hero and not to mention we didn't even play Duncan Robinson. They was just gonna attack him.
Paying that man $90 million to sit on the bench.
Man, let's stop this, bro.
Juice he had the past couple of years in Milwaukee and Miami. The Bucks didn't think he could repeat what he did, so he goes to Miami, he repeats it again. But he is everything the Sixers have lacked from a defense and toughness and rebounding standpoint. So I think he'll help them a lot. And getting DeAnthony Melton also and Daniel House, two athletic wing players. This team really struggled with athleticism last year. And I think they're a lot better. I still think they're well behind Milwaukee and Boston, but I think they're going to be very good.
I ended up a little higher on Philly than I thought I would, too. And remember, they rebuilt that team on the fly, and there was so much dysfunction. And I think that Embiid, after missing out on MVP again, excited to see what he's going to do again and come back with a vengeance. So give him and Harden a chance to play together and get a little more chemistry together. I like their chances this year.
I think he said he's going to go for Defensive Player of the Year award because he can't seem to win MVP, so he's just going to put his focus on something different.
Joel told me he's done going for MVP.
Yeah.
But I suspect when the season starts, he'll still want to win MVP.
I'm going to make a bold prediction.
Ooh.
I know. I'm
Bobby
king
getting
of hot
bold?
takes, I know.
This going to be about Steph Curry again?
No, it's not. No. That one's we're not going to talk about ever again. I think we're going to be talking about James Harden in the top 3 when we talk about MVP conversations this year. I think this is.
Hold on. Let's stop.
I'm not saying he's winning it.
No. But if James Harden's in the top 3,
I'm not gonna lie. James Harden ain't touching no MVP conversation. I'm just gonna be no. He's not. He's not. He is not.
We'll see.
James Harden not even the most valuable player on his team. How's he gonna be the most valuable player
That's
in the league?
because I already brought up Embiid's that fear factor in the East.
of MVP, where do you have Philly finishing the East? Because to me, if he's that good, then you got to put them.
They're
right
going
with
to the
Milwaukee.
conference finals.
So they're going to be right there.
I
with
have them in
Milwaukee.
Boston. I have them in Boston conference finals.
We keep hyping up Boston. Can we stop hyping up Boston?
Finals.
I don't care, bro. Can we stop hyping up
They
Boston?
swept the Nets, beat the Bucks, beat y'all.
Listen.
Should have whooped y'all in
Listen.
six.
Listen.
Should have whooped y'all in 6.
They beat.
Barely lost the war.
They beat KD. Only KD. I'll give them that. Kyrie was playing, but let's be real. Yeah, they swept the Nets. I'll give them that. They would have lost if Chris Middleton played. I think the whole world knows that. They took them to 7 without Middleton. They took us to 7 without Tyler Hero. Can we stop this? Can we stop this?
Hero, bro.
Tyler Hero didn't play. Didn't miss like 3-4 games. No, he missed majority of the series actually. Kyle Lowry missed some games. Are we gonna keep doing this? Are we gonna keep doing this, fool?
Oh,
And then on top of that, there was more injuries. There was more. Jimmy, he hurt his knee in game when he was too busy dropping 30, 35 in game 6.
That's y'all fault. Y'all played him 48 minutes every game.
That's our fault. Pritchard literally yanked his knee. What are we talking about right
played
now?
him 48 minutes every game. Y'all wasn't gonna win the series.
Pritchard
all one
literally
man. He's
yanked
not
his
LeBron,
knee. What are we
bro.
talking about?
Bro? Still though,
It's
his
the fact
body
that
was worn down.
No, it's crazy.
anyways.
It's the fact that Jimmy went out and put up 40 in Game 7 and was a 3 away from going to the NBA Finals, playing every single minute.
Maybe if he had the LeBron $1 million body, he would have made a 3. But he's not LeBron. Ain't that right, y'all?
Not to mention, Jason Tatum was not the best player on that team.
Okay, but Jaylen Brown's a good player.
Jaylen Brown is a good player, but I'm just saying the hype around Boston has to relax
Bro,
because
were
they
the
could have
number
been
one
out
defense,
second
bro.
round.
But they were the number 1 defense.
They were.
That was
But
really their heart
they
and
went
soul.
to 2 Game
The
7s
defensive player
against
of the
injured
year.
teams. They went to 2 Game 7s against injured teams.
Bro, y'all injuries is like to like,
We didn't have our 6th man of the year.
bro. Even
We
if
didn't-
Tyler Hero played, bro, he's not against that Boston defense.
He's
They
the
would have
6th man of
attacked
the year.
Boston. I mean, the Boston offense would have attacked Hero. So it doesn't matter. Hero could get a bucket if he gets a bucket on the number 1 defense. Then on offense
That
he's
was
gonna
the
get
same
attacked.
defense from the bubble.
What?
That Boston,
The
team.
Boston? No, it's not,
Yes,
bro.
it
Robert
is.
Williams was way better now. Robert Williams was one of the best defensive rating centers in the league. Top 3 in blocks, probably. Are you kidding me?
So this
Defensive
is
player
not
of the
the
year,
same
Marcus Smart. No. Grant Williams got better. Jaylen Brown got better defense. Jason Tatum, bro. Stop, bro. The Celtics defense got really good. And like the flick of a switch, actually. They weren't even... They were like a mid-team most of the season. And then second half of the season, they just flick of the switch, they was like really good.
We gotta stop the Boston Celtics hype, bro.
Bro, you're
we
tripping,
gotta
bro.
stop the Boston.
There you go.
I think this is a redemption year. I think the contract year for Harden
Yeah.
because of that player option, giving back all that money here. I think you're going to run into a situation where when you add PJ Tucker and Daniel House, I mean, all of it's going to be dependent on Joel Embiid's health, of course, here. But I think we're going to see the Houston version of James Harden in Philadelphia this year.
Well, there's no bigger question to me in the NBA this season than what version of James Harden's going to show up. Is it the guy that was in Brooklyn those first 2 months when he was maybe the best player in the league before he hurt his hamstring?
Yeah.
Or is it the guy that's been the player that's been since he hurt his hamstring, which is still a very good player, but a guy that's more of a top 18 to 25 player than a guy who's a top 3 to 5 player? If he's a top 3 to 5 player, everything changes for Philly.
That's not gonna happen because James Harden and Joel Embiid are not gonna be top 5 players. Joel Embiid's in my top 5, but James Harden is probably.
You don't need to be a top 5 player to get an MVP candidate. Look at Devin Booker.
Wow.
Exactly. But I got some things. I mean, the East, kind of shocked Bulls weren't in there. They were top 3. I mean, granted they couldn't.
Best.
They couldn't beat the higher seeds in the East at all.
Teams, yeah.
But I think their downfall was when Alonzo got hurt. Obviously, their best defender on the team.
And Caruso missed some games.
Yeah. So I think the Bulls will be back up there. Surprise. I think they'll probably be around 4th seed. Right now, presently constructed, I do have Boston winning the East. They got Malcolm Brogdon and Danilo Gallinari. And, they got another center. I can't think of his name right now, but he's solid. Solid backup. I think they'll win the East. But if KD gets shipped out to the Sixers, which is being highly spoken of, him and Harden getting their groove back on, Sixers easily winning. They don't even need Harden to play like Houston Harden.
I will say
KD and Embiid, bro. KD and Embiid is a crazy duo.
If they get KD, I will say the Sixers.
That's
are
a
the best
crazy
team
duo,
in the East.
bro.
It's not close. They're the best team in the East, and it's not close.
And did I have anything else? Yeah, I think, like I said, Boston's gonna win. I think if the Nets,
What's that starting 5
for Boston or Philly?
Because they would keep Thibault, or Thibault's in that deal.
I think he would probably have to be in that
I think
deal.
it was Tobias,
It
Maxey.
would probably be Harden.
No, it was Thibault.
It would probably be Harden, Danny Green, KD, PJ Tucker, Joel Embiid starting.
Yeah.
And that's a solid team. But yeah, like I said, I think they. But even the Nets now, bro. That's why I don't know why he wants to trade KD, Ben, and Kyrie is easily top 3 in the East if healthy.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, hey,
So-
that's crazy, bro. But hey, man, let us know what you
You
guys.
got Miami winning again.
Mine's top
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, they were. Oh, you don't got them number 1 again?
No, I got top 4. Top 4. We won 50 games with this squad right here, and everybody, all our main guys, missed 20+ games. If we ran it back, I wouldn't be upset. I just want to at least add a couple pieces, just a couple pieces. But yeah, I think that's about it. I think
Yeah, I got
maybe
Boston this year.
Milwaukee, maybe Boston.
If Boston doesn't trade,
Milwaukee, Boston.
you got Milwaukee 1.
Yeah.
Nah, I like Boston roster.
Oh,
They got the
well, I'm not
same-
going to name them in order. I'm just saying teams I think are going to be in front of us. Milwaukee, Boston.
I think
and-
Boston won.
Milwaukee,
Easily,
Boston, and probably Philly.
Oh, that's cool.
Probably Philly. So yeah. So I think how they had it up was cool. But yeah, I think it's gonna wrap up this video, y'all. Let us know what you guys think down below. Hit that subscribe button. Let
Who
us
y'all got number
hit that
1?
like. Who's the best team in the East gonna be next year? Let us know. And until the next video, it's your boys Juice and Lou, and we out of here. Peace.
Say.